fans.
What are you talking about? What am I
You're
scared
playing
of?
scared.
Yeah, you're scared. I can see it.
I see the fear in your eyes.
Yeah.
You know who I didn't see the fear in his eyes?
Who's that?
Jackson Churio.
Yeah, no doubt.
But now all of a sudden, Jordan Love is consistently in that top 5 quarterback conversation because he is, dare I say, the word elite.
Why are kids staying out to 1:30 in the morning?
It was homecoming.
What is going on at 1:30 in the morning for children?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
You saw what Jason did there with the 6'7", trying to appeal to the Gen Z people. Always doing that, Jason. I get what you're doing there.
You're so annoying with that.
What?
This is Sunday Karma, powered by ESPN Wisconsin. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios at the Avenue. Alongside Greg Scalzo, Alex Strofe, and Kyle Wallace, here's Good Karma Brands founder and CEO Craig Karmazin.
Huh. Smooth operator Kyle Wallace running the show. Sunday Karma with you, ESPN Wisconsin.
Okay, I see what happened.
You stopped the music is what happened.
Dude, I legitimately, I must have bumped the mouse, and I'm like,
There it is.
I'm like, what happened? And I'm sitting here like, let me check to make sure Madison's good. And then all of a sudden you're like, there's no music. And I'm like, huh? And so I look up, I'm like, what in the world's going on? You know how finicky these things are back here. How disrespectful of you.
Best producer in the world, Kyle Wallace.
You just wait. You just wait till Monday. When there's a 10-second delay between Ben sending it to break on Kyle Bruston Nortman 2-5 on ESPN Wisconsin, or you hitting the wrong button. Whoop. Bro, that was crazy. I don't even know what happened.
Alex Strofe with you at Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin. Lots to get into this morning ahead of Green Bay game day, which starts at noon. We will talk Brewers. We will talk about the problem in Madison. We will talk with Jason Wilde about the problems on airplanes. Cal, you're usually 24 hours behind the news cycle. You in the loop on that?
No. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
I am not in the loop.
Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about?
Jason Wilde was on an airplane?
No, not Jason Wilde, but there is a
the
problem.
Green Bay Packers. Yeah, with their second plane, their second team plane.
Yeah, 5-hour delay.
Yeah, I know Matt LaFleur was
Josh
not
Jacobs
happy.
might not play today.
Oh, for real?
For real?
Is that
He is, quote, a true game time decision is Josh Jacobs.
Somebody asked
due
me
to illness.
about that. Somebody asked me, but he was ill last week.
I didn't know that, but ill this week, listed as an illness/calf. So Josh Jacobs a true game time decision. So we'll talk to Jason Wilde at 10:30 this morning about airplanes and illnesses.
I thought something would happen with Jason Wilde in the airplane. I was like, I know Jason.
That sounds like the name of a Post Malone album. Airplanes and illnesses.
Okay.
Like beer bongs and Bentleys.
Oh, wow. He has a song like that?
No, he's an album called Beer Bongs and Bentleys.
Really?
Yeah, but airplanes and
Never heard it.
illnesses coming to you a Best Buy CD shelf near you.
Oh, wow. You mean, what was the place called that people used to go get CDs from? You might be a little bit too young. You might be a little bit too young.
So if I say Radio Shack, that's the incorrect answer.
Yeah, it'll be the.
Those no longer exist, right?
I do not believe so. They're stock.
Hey, would you fix my camera? You can only see half my face.
Oh my gosh! Well, how about you
produce the show? I'll host it.
How about you move over into the shot? Because you set this shot up. So how about you move over? Because listen,
just open my camera and move it.
Y'all told me, Kyle, we got it all set up for you because Kyle doesn't get too much practice with this one. Y'all didn't
scroll up, go to my camera.
Okay, wait a minute now. I don't move as fast as you young folks. Now remember, I'm a little bit older, so just give me a second. Let me go to PTZ.
All right, good to be with you on Sunday Karma. We've got a lot to get into, so let's stop wasting time yelling at Kyle and let's talk about the Milwaukee Brewers, who were officially swept on Friday night by the Los Angeles Dodgers, who have punched their ticket to the World Series. The Brewers season, which was magical, 100 wins, counting the NLDS, is over. Just like that, snap of a finger. 4 games is all it took for the Dodgers, $320-something million of payroll to call it a day for the Milwaukee Brewers. A 5-1 win on Friday for the Dodgers sends the Brewers packing and to Cancun to join the Chicago Cubs and some other teams in the offseason. This is look, a couple of things from Friday's game specifically, and then we can talk series at large and season at large, which we'll do a lot of this morning. Huh?
Sam Goodies. That's what people used to buy CDs at.
Oh, okay.
You never heard of it?
No, never.
Baby.
Thanks for that. So, in Friday's game in particular.
Do we have to talk about this?
Yeah, we're going to talk about this a lot, in fact. We're a Brewers show, remember. Friday's
Take
game.
all this stuff down.
Oh, yeah, good
Take
point.
it all down.
Good point.
It's all part of a failure.
I'll do it in the commercial break. All of our Brewer stuff it probably needs to come down. Can take down the streamers, all the pennants. The Brewers didn't win one. Yeah, that'll come down in the commercial break. So Friday's game, it's hard to be mad at what happened. It's hard to be mad, to be real honest with you. I'm struggling to be mad about Friday because of what Shohei Ohtani did. Even as a fan of a team, sometimes you just have to look at a performance and go, wow, per cap, 10 strikeouts on the mound, 3 home runs at the plate. Shohei Ohtani single-handedly beat the Brewers on Friday in a sport where it's just about near impossible to single-handedly beat a team. In football or basketball, a player can single-handedly take over a game. You know, in football, that's why it was so exciting for the Packers to trade for a guy like Micah Parsons, because he can single-handedly ruin an offense's day. With the Bucks, you have Giannis. That man can single-handedly win you games. In baseball, it's near impossible for one singular individual to single-handedly beat a team. But that is what happened on Friday, with Shohei Ohtani having the greatest postseason performance in the history of baseball. 10 strikeouts, 3 home runs. You just don't see anything like that.
Postseason.
Yeah, maybe ever. Period.
I told y'all, Babe Ruth ain't got nothing on Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, no, you're right. Shohei Ohtani is the greatest player ever.
Ever.
And Friday is just going to be when they likely win another World Series. Friday is going to be the game they talk about. It's truly impossible to have a game like that. So it was hard to be mad at the loss on Friday when, if you take the entirety of the series, you kind of understood what you were dealing with. You were dealing with a team that had a great regular season and won a playoff series, but the bats had gone cold/non-existent in the NLCS. So you really weren't expecting the Brewers to all of a sudden magically muster up a bunch of hits. You needed them to hit home runs. It's not something they did a lot of this season. In the regular season, the Brewers ranked 22nd in Major League Baseball in home runs hit, despite scoring more runs than anybody else. So, hard to be mad at Friday, but you could be mad at the series. You can be mad at the bats disappearing. You can be mad at Mark Antanasio for not spending more money in free agency. You could be mad at Matt Arnold for not trading for a bat at the deadline, like a lot of fans suggested maybe they should. You know, the same night, a guy by the name of Eugenio Suarez hit 2 home runs for the Seattle Mariners. You could be mad. Just 6 days ago, I was sitting in this chair making the case that the NLCS was more Ali Frazier than it was David Goliath. 6 days later, I'm willing to admit, yeah, maybe I was wrong. That was David Goliath, except there was a different outcome this time. Goliath killed David. The Brewers season was really fun, and that's how you should remember it. 97 wins is cool. There was some great stories. Jacob Mizorowski. Andrew Vaughn resurrecting his career from practically the dead. Caleb Durbin became an everyday third baseman. Who saw that one coming? You had some young players break out, like Sal Frelick and Bryce Terang. You had some old heads have some of their best seasons they have in the last several years. Christian Yelich.
Regular season. Very specific.
That's what I'm talking about, yeah. Christian Yelich is one of his best seasons since 2018. William Contreras had an awesome year. But when all the chips were in the middle of the table and it mattered most, they didn't deliver. And unfortunately, I think that's what you get when you are a, quote, Group of misfits, end quote. When you have your manager talking midseason about calling a spade, we didn't spend a lot of money in free agency. Well, maybe that's not a World Series team. It's an unfortunate reality we now have to grasp. This team wasn't built to win a championship. This team was built to deliver what Mark Antanasio jokingly said before the season, a fun summer. And hell, that's what you got. You got a fun summer. You got the winningest team in Brewers history in the regular season. But it wasn't built to win a championship. And maybe they will be. You've got some fun prospects coming up at some point next year. You've got Jackson Chourio, who hopefully with an offseason can get healthy and that hamstring issue goes away and he stops cramping in crucial situations. Maybe Bryce Terang can find some consistency at the plate. Maybe Sal Frelick can even crank it up another notch offensively. But as it stands in 2025, this was not a team that was built to win a championship. They ran into a team that's built to win a championship, and they got smoked. They didn't look like they belonged. It looked like varsity versus JV. That might even be a compliment to the Brewers, how that series looked. 4 runs. 4 in 4 games. 4. That's not good enough. So, yeah, I'm upset. I'm sad it's over. Because the magic carpet ride the Brewers, Pat Murphy brought us on in 2025 was really freaking fun. It was. They had our hopes up. We all thought it was a World Series team. Because in the regular season, when they faced division leaders, they typically won. But then the Dodgers, who the Brewers went 6-0 against in the regular season, got healthy. And then they reminded folks, hey, by the way, remember who has the highest payroll in baseball? That means something in this sport. You know who has the generational talents? Like Blake Snell and Tyler Glasnow and Shohei Ohtani? Hey, by the way, that matters. So yes, as fun of a story as, say, Bryce Terang was, or Caleb Durbin was, or Jacob Mizorowski was, or Chad Patrick was, it's just that, a good story. It's not a championship. It's not a championship team. And while it's heartbreaking and it sucks and they got our hopes up as fans, it's just what we called it all along. A fun summer. That's what it was. And, yeah, disappointing and all, but got smoked by the Dodgers, who are a total championship team. Brewers, yeah, they just weren't that. And that is what it is. All right, we'll continue to talk Brewers. I want to get Kyle's opinion on what went down on Friday. I mean, Shohei Ohtani, man. Wow. You just don't see stuff like that. 10 strikeouts, 3 home runs. Unreal. We'll get Kyle's take on the Brewers. We'll talk to Jason Wilde at 10:30. We will continue to break down the end of a season. It's a funeral that we attended on Friday. It's unfortunate. Kyle and I were feeling good in that last hour at KBN on Friday. Thought they were going to win that one.
Yeah, you got to laugh and smile to keep yourself from crying because you know you face the inevitable.
Yeah, you know, we did our watch party, which we did for all the games in the NLCS. Myself, Josh DiMaggio, Will Summers, Gabe Neitzel. Gabe was probably the only one that just didn't resort to laughing. I mean, you can go back and watch it. We just sat there and laughed. Because, seriously, what else can you do? Shohei Ohtani's hitting a third bomb 460 feet. What do you want me to do? Want me to cry? You want me to be upset? Or you just want me to go, holy smokes, that was cool. What am I watching? So that's where we're at. So we will continue to talk Brewers. Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe with you. It's the irreplaceable Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. While we may be in the desert, don't think that's going to stop us from finding pay dirt.
It's 2nd down 7, and Jacobs, look it, right down the middle. Touchdown for the 2nd time today. Josh Jacobs, a Green Bay rushing touchdown.
The Packers are headed to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Keep up with all your green and gold coverage right here. 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We all have someone we know or love that has been affected by some form of cancer.
No matter how well you love and support them and try to be there for them, you can never really know what a person is feeling after hearing the words, "You have breast cancer."
Only another person that has been through this experience can really understand what it feels like.
ABCD, After Breast Cancer Diagnosis, is a Milwaukee-based organization known around the world.
When someone calls ABCD, they are matched with a mentor who is a breast cancer survivor of similar age and has the same type of breast cancer who can provide hope when people need it the most.
Kessler's is excited to announce that we've designed 3 new Hope pendants to honor breast cancer patients, survivors, thrivers, and caregivers.
100% of the net proceeds, along with an additional donation from Kessler's, will support ABCD when you purchase the symbol of hope.
You can find a link with more information about ABCD, along with all 3 modern designs starting at just $75 in sterling silver and $598 in gold, online at KesslersDiamonds.com.
Looking to heat up a career in HVAC? Dick & Trauff Heating and Cooling in Milwaukee is now hiring HVAC installers and service technicians. Family owned and operated, Dick & Trauff offers competitive wages, a 401k match, health insurance benefits, and a winning, positive team culture that sets them apart. This is more than a job. It's a chance to grow with a company that truly values its people. Apply now to become their newest team member at dickandtrauff.com. Dick & Trauff Heating and Cooling. Come see the difference. Apply at dickandtrauff.com.
Bucks basketball is back and it's time to play. There's nothing like the energy inside Fiserv Forum. The roar of the crowd, the freakish slam dunks, the buzzer-beating threes. Catch the home opener Wednesday, October 22nd against Washington. Then don't miss New York on Tuesday, October 28th, and Golden State on Thursday, October 30th. With new additions to the squad like Miles Turner, this season is set to be electric. Get in on the action with the ticket plan that works for you. Don't miss a moment of the excitement. Get your seats now at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. I reclaim my outdoor space by having Comfort Awnings install a motorized retractable awning so I can enjoy the sun and get relief when I need it. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive a free motor for your automated awning with your order. Call 414-Awnings or visit comfortawnings.com.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Jen, Gabe, and Chewy.
Give me your biggest takeaway.
Number one,
Yes.
with the bullet, it's not even close. Micah Parsons is the guy we thought he is.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
D-Generation X! Wow. Hi, Wallace. I wasn't sure if you would know this because this is honest. This the bad boy era of WWE, Attitude Era.
Attitude Era, absolutely.
You were born during the Attitude Era. I was raised during
D-Generation X.
You think I don't know one of the most famous WWE theme songs?
I mean, because when you hear...
Are we running that all day tonight? WWE theme songs?
We can do that.
Oh, I love that.
I know you like wrestling.
I do. I love wrestling. Yeah.
Because when you see you call him AAA, some people call him The Game.
Yeah.
I call him Hunter Hearst Henry.
Sure. Yeah.
And so, When you see X-Pac, I think of 1, 2, 3 Kid. So
Yeah,
so I wasn't sure where you was at with it. But I need this.
So we often have discussions. I want to get back to the Brewers in a minute because I got to get something off my chest. So I'm going to go on a rant here in a minute. But while we're talking wrestling, so I understand, and oftentimes on KBN, weekdays 2 to 5, I will say, yeah, that's before my time when we talk about movies specifically, right? It came out in 1983. Why would I see that? I was born in 98. I'll use that as my excuse, my crutch often. Excuse me.
Oh, wow. My boy's over there choking.
Yeah, a little bit. When it comes to wrestling, I did all the research. I watched all the classic matches.
Oh, did you get I'm trying to think, because, again, you're young. We used to go to Blockbuster.
Yeah.
We used to go get the VHS tapes of old-time wrestling.
It was DVDs when I was growing up, but Blockbuster, I had one up the street from me.
Okay.
So I frequented a Blockbuster. Yep, that's how it started. And then it was actually like COVID. I really got into the history of of like old WWF. And that was when
I don't like acknowledging WWE.
That was when the WWE Network still existed. So you go back and watch the huge catalog of WrestleMania 1, Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan, and all that stuff. So, but obviously the '90s, the late '90s, early 2000s DX run, which is what we just heard, that was the best. So anyway,
I mean, they had me at school talking about, I'm putting my hands up, saying what they saying, not knowing what I'm talking about, but just having a good time, man. Good time.
Yeah, I hear you. 21-0, Rams lead the Jags right now. It's third quarter in London. How about Devontae Adams, old friend?
What he got?
4 catches, 34 yards, 2 scores. 2 touchdowns.
Wow, that's it. That's 34 yards, 2 touchdowns.
But 2 touchdowns, yeah.
Puka Nacua, regardless of who he has with him, is just a baller. Dude has like 60 catches already.
Yeah, and he's out today. Not playing today.
He did not play today.
Puka's not playing today.
I think I did get an update from one of my apps.
But yeah, Puka's been amazing, but Devontae Adams, their number 1 target today, and he's got 2 scores. 21-0, Rams lead the Jags. Both teams are 4-2 in that matchup. We'll keep you posted on that score here throughout the morning here on Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin. I'm Alex Strouf. That's Kyle Wallace hanging out with you. So the Brewers fall in 4. They get swept by the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers on their way to the World Series, looking to go back-to-back. After winning the World Series last year. And the Brewers kind of got to pick up the pieces and figure out what the heck went wrong there in the NLCS. As, well, they scored as many runs as games played. 4 runs in the entire series for the Milwaukee Brewers, which is, suboptimal. Might be one way to describe that. Not great. But look, we got to talk about something that keeps getting brought up. Just keeps getting brought up. And I just wish people – sometimes, Kyle, and look, you're good about this. You're better at me than this. Sometimes you just want to look at somebody and say, shut the hell up. Stop.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Right?
I can do that.
You're better at that than I am. But this will be my moment to shine, to look at people and say, shut the hell up.
About what?
Stop. The L flag that the Brewers celebrated with.
Oh, my gosh.
After beating the Chicago Cubs. I see it again in the YouTube chat this morning.
These Cubs fans.
Do you think it was bad karma?
No.
Do you think it was a bad idea that the Brewers had some fun in a celebration? What are we talking about? Stop.
Not the first time we've flown the L here. And also, here's the fact of the matter. Do you think a damn flag is going to make Shohei Ohtani not hit 3 home runs? Do you think a damn flag is going to make a 2-time Cy Young Award winner and Blake Snell just not beat Blake Snell? What are we talking about? We think a flag is what gave us bad juju. We had no chance in hell. That's exactly what the Milwaukee Brewers had against this Dodgers team. The Dodgers team right now is clicking on all cylinders. I just want people to understand. In the last 10 games, Strouf, what is the Dodgers record?
Oh, well, let's do some math. They went 4-0. How quickly did they beat the Phillies?
3-1.
So that would make it 7-1, and they won their final 2 games of the regular season.
No. They also had to remember they had to play the Cincinnati Reds.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So bring out the brooms, baby.
And they swept that series. So 9-1?
9-1 in their last 10 games against playoff teams, bro. Like, listen. We ran into a team that is hot right now, playing their best baseball, and is healthy right now, and they're doing exactly what they were paid to do. So we can fly any type of L flag, or we didn't have to fly a flag. It didn't matter what was going to happen. The Milwaukee Brewers were going to lose this series. They were not the better team. They weren't playing the best. And hell, even the pitching staff for the Milwaukee Brewers, they didn't play bad, but the thing is the pitching staff from the Dodgers was significantly better. They were outstanding. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. So let's stop with the flying the L flag. Let Cubs fans still be mad about that, despite they should be mad about the fact that their team got put out. So no, we shouldn't be talking about was it karma. There was no good karma that was going to come to this Brewers team regardless of what they did.
I just look. I understand maybe the frustration of the celebration because what you're supposed to act like is job's not done. But also the Cubs fans are just still talking about it a week later. Let it go. I mean, we are talking about a celebratory moment, a moment in which you advance in the playoffs. It's a joke. Relax. Just because you don't like losing and you're a sore loser and all you want to do is moan and complain and whine. Oh, woe is me. We're the Cubs and Craig Counsell hasn't been good for us. Who cares if a team celebrates at your expense? They make a joke at your expense. Relax. Chill out. Have a beer, for God's sake. Seriously. If all you're going to... You go back to kindergarten, dude. Sorry you're not the line leader. I mean, you're just crying about an L flag. It didn't bring bad karma. It was a celebration. You know what brought bad karma? Forgetting how to swing a baseball bat brought bad karma. Not celebrating with an L flag. My goodness. Just so annoying. I haven't addressed it all week. I've been good. But I finally broke this morning.
It's over social. I haven't seen Brewers fans saying, "Oh, is it bad karma for us?" But I definitely saw Cubs fans who were praying on our demise, which is something I don't mind that. Again, being a Brewers fan, praying on our demise, I always see us as kind of the lovable losers, right? I see us as a team that's like, okay, well,
I don't love that explanation, but I hear you.
No, I listen. Growing up as a Brewers fan, when the team sucks, what we're doing right now is just miraculous. It's incredible to me. Yeah. I will never see this team as being the team that is clearly the best team in the NL Central for the last decade. Like I'll never see them as that. Anytime we win, it's a surprise. It's a shock. And I feel like most of the city feels that way. We are appreciative of every single victory that we have. We don't go into the season thinking we're actually going to win the World Series. Yeah. We're Brewers fans. Now, it's very different if you had a Giannis like the Bucks or when you're the Green Bay Packers and you've been good for 30-plus years. But when it comes to the Brewers, it's like, oh, wow, you're hating on us? Little old me?
Little old me. I don't love the lovable losers thing, but we'll get back to that. A lot of reaction rolling in on this. People are obviously irritated with the L flag conversations, but we can have it. Wolfman on YouTube. What's up, Wolfman? ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube says, there's no point in being a Brewers fan if you can't celebrate an NLDS victory over a rival. Y'all are weird. Yeah, that's well said, Wolfman. Y'all are weird. Milkman Norm chimes in. ESPN Madison on YouTube. Bret Hart. Oh, wait, no. That's not. He's talking WrestleMania 13. I don't think that's what the comment I wanted. It wasn't bad karma, but if it permeated the team's mindset that it was mission accomplished as opposed to a step towards the goal, then it was a sign of a mindset that needs to change. Murph said that the win took a lot of emotion out of the team, so that kind of tells you it mattered. Yeah, that's fair. By Milkman Norm. John, the only thing that the L flag was a map of, that the Brewers were changing direction and going from a winning team to a complete losing team instantaneously.
Well, not even. I'm going to be honest with you, though. The Brewers, I mean, just in general, dude, like the last 7 games the Brewers played, they lost 6 of the last 7. That's what it was. We lost 2 games in Chicago. We won game 5, and we lost 4. We lost 6 of our last 7. The Brewers just didn't play good baseball this postseason. When things got tighter, the Brewers didn't play well.
Yeah, unfortunately not. Fortunately not. So,
are you mad about it?
I'm a little mad about it. I'm a little mad about it because, like, I just got a tweet, which I appreciate Blake listening. Blake just said, I remember you saying over and over again when fans criticized not getting a bat at the deadline because it will bite us in the playoffs. And you just kept repeating they're the best team in baseball. Now you keep saying we were only a team made for a fun summer. So I say the fun summer thing a little jokingly.
Not me. It was a fun summer.
It was a fun summer.
It was a hell of a summer.
All things considered, it was a hell of a summer. You're right. But I say that a little jokingly, tongue-in-cheek, because I still think that comment by Antanasio before the season was just, it was a little bit hilarious, but also infuriating as a Brewers fan, right? Because you want to be in it, you want to compete. So to Blake's point, I did keep bringing up the best team in baseball thing, but it wasn't about the lack of action at the deadline. I was upset about that. And maybe upset's not even the right word, because I don't think I was I thought they were good enough. They looked to me like a World Series team in the regular season. They got smoked in the NLCS. But at the point of the trade deadline, I did think they were built like a World Series team, but that was specifically on the pitching front. You had just so much faith. I mean, good pitching can win you championships, right? But you lose Brandon Woodruff. Jacob Misiorowski took a step back. Obviously, he was terrific in the postseason, but in the regular season, he took a step back. You lose Brandon Woodruff. He wasn't available for you in the postseason. I think if he's in these series, specifically in the NLDS, I don't know how much he changes the NLCS, but the NLDS, I think that series is significantly changed in your approach. I don't know if we hear Aaron Ashby's name 8 million times like we did if Brandon Woodruff is available. So I kept saying the best team in baseball thing because I thought how they were built at the trade deadline was, I thought it was sustainable, right? And that was mostly in response to the arguments of, well, they've got to backslide. No team wins like this. No team consistently wins the way they're winning, which they continued to do. Obviously September they started losing a little bit more, but they won 97 games. They were the best team in baseball, and I thought they were built like a World Series team. Blake, I was wrong on that. So I hear your point, right, where I kept saying, I told fans they shouldn't be upset. I don't think I told fans they shouldn't be upset. I just didn't understand where you were going to add a bat. Sure, you could have made Caleb Durbin a depth piece, and if you brought in an Eugenio Suarez, which I was for, but I don't know who else you're taking off the field at the deadline. And clearly that was a mistake. So my bad on that, Blake. But good point by you. Appreciate you listening and chiming in this morning on Sunday Karma, which you can continue to do on the Cardinals Talking text line. 800-990-3776. 800-990-3776 is the Cardinals Talking text line. We will continue to talk Brewers throughout the morning. I do want to talk a little Badgers in the 11 o'clock hour, but we are going to talk Packers coming up next as our buddy, our friend, our teammate, the three-time Wisconsin sports writer of the year, Jason Wilde, will join us coming up next right here on Sunday Karma.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Neck and back surgeries can be risky. Your spine deserves the best. That's why professional athletes choose Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. We can help you too. With the top nationally rated spine surgeons in the state for quality outcomes, you can trust the professionals at Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Get a second opinion in just a few clicks. Now offered virtually throughout Wisconsin. Visit nscwi.com. Whether you want to get back into the game or just get back to life, go where the pros go. Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Your spine health is our passion.
When the leaves start to fall and your roof starts to call, fix it in the fall, fix it in the fall. If your shingle's looking rough and your gutter's full of stuff, get it fixed before it's froze, man. It's time to call the pro. We patch it, we match it, we stop that drip. Free estimates, quick fix. Don't let your roof slip. Your home's your castle. We keep it tight. Call Avondale Roofing. They roof it right. Fall deals dropping it like it's hot. Call Avondale Roofing at 855-819-7663.
Homer here with a message about Three Pillars Senior Living Communities, located on a serene setting along the Bark River on 300 gorgeous acres. Three Pillars Senior Living Communities is a top-ranked full continuum community. Active adult, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. Three Pillars, the hands-down choice for you or your loved one. Been there. Know people who live there. They love it. You got to go to Dousman and see it in person. Get all the info on Three Pillars at threepillars.org.
From the baseball playoffs to regular season football, Prize Picks is the best way to win cash watching our favorite teams. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Well, make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks now offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Join millions of users. Sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today and use that code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with AccuTrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use AccuTrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. AccuTrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
Green and gold fans, it's game day. And you know what that means. Tailgating with friends and raising a glass to our favorite team. This season, make Bacardi the star of your pregame party. Whether you're mixing up a classic Bacardi and cola, refreshing Bacardi lime and soda, or a smooth spiced and cola, Bacardi is the perfect pick for game day fun. Grab a bottle and get ready to cheer on Green Bay with the best in hand. Available now at your local retailer. Live passionately, drink responsibly. Bacardi USA, Miami, Florida. Rum 40% alcohol by volume.
Whether it's breaking Packers news, breaking Bucks news, or breaking Brewers news, we are Milwaukee's place for the biggest sports stories right when they happen on 94.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
All right, I'm going to guess them every time. And obviously, you've made them easy so far. That's Triple H. This is The Game by Motorhead.
Yeah.
Triple H's theme song, WWE. We're playing WWE theme songs this morning. I don't know why, but I love it. Alex Strofe, Kyle Wallace with you at Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin. This guy's going to be sick of me by the end of the day. Jason Wilde, three-time Wisconsin sports writer, your co-host of Wilde and Tausch, and of course joins us each and every Sunday here on Sunday Karma at this time. Joins us now. You can also hear him with me, Gabe Neitzel, Brian Bulaga, and John Anderson later today on Green Bay Game Day. Good morning, Jason.
I don't think it'll take until the end of the day.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I won't argue with you on that. What seemed like we didn't have a lot to talk about when it came to Packers Cardinals, and of course there's always things to talk about when it comes to the game. Adam Schefter really changed that last night with a few reports. So let's dive into those. Let's start with the plane. What the hell's going on, or what happened last night at Austin Straubel Airport for the Packers, one of their two private chartered planes?
Yeah, chartered Delta planes.
Oh, okay.
They ran into some mechanical issues. Now, the Packers, I was texting with a couple people that were on the delayed plane, which is obviously not fun, but they take two planes. They started this a number of years ago. I think it was actually during COVID, so they'd have fewer people on the flights. There would be more opportunity to spread out, as it were. But so they take two planes. One has staff and other dignitaries. The other one has players and coaches. Now, if you had to choose a flight that would be delayed, you would probably prefer for it to be the one with all the people that aren't actually playing or coaching in the game. But that wasn't the case yesterday. It was the one that had all the players and coaches on it that was leaving at 1:30. The other one left at 1:15, left without incident. So our good buddy Wes Hodkowitz got to town in time. but that was not the case for Matt LaFleur and all the coaches. They were delayed by roughly 5 hours, which certainly sucks for my guy Bo Melton, who had plans with his brother Max, who plays for the Cardinals, and their parents. They were all going to get together for dinner, and they were supposed to be in at 3 o'clock Mountain Time, and instead they got in about 8. So, look, they've dealt with travel issues before. I know somebody on Twitter, when I was posting about this, asked about that NFC Championship game. Look, the Packers didn't lose that NFC Championship game to the Atlanta Falcons because their plane was delayed by fog and they had a bus to Milwaukee to make the trip. They lost that game because they had poor Ladarius Gunter trying to cover prime Julio Jones, and they had Gooch, Latroy Guion, playing guard by the end of the game, and he was a defensive tackle. So, but it's suboptimal, right? It's not ideal to try and go into a game when your schedule has been messed up. You get to town late; it throws everything off, and I'm sure that's inconvenient. So that was the issue there. But they had to wait for another plane to be brought from Detroit. So it definitely took them quite a while to get off the ground.
Yeah, 5 hours is a long time. I mean, that would put us at 3:40 from right now, 3:40 p.m. Game will be off and running 5 hours from now. That is a long time. Not great, and good to hear both the names, Latroy Guion and what is it, Ladarius Gunter, the cornerback.
Gunter.
I try to forget his name because he had one of the all-time bad performances in that NFC Championship game.
But Jason will tell you throughout the season, though. He wasn't as bad as he was.
No, he was one of.
He stepped up as like an undrafted guy out of Miami, who played wide receiver, I think.
So he was obviously part of this trend that I think is like 20 years long now of an undrafted free agent making the roster. And he was, I mean, every year you get a training camp hero, right? So a training camp darling, if you will. Somebody really steps up and just shocks the world, and fans that attend the practices go, oh my goodness, this guy's like actually good. He's having great practices. And he was that for them that year. I remember that vividly. But when he was actually called to action, it was not so pretty for him.
Well, he played a lot of games that year, but again, there's been a lot of really great, elite Hall of Fame caliber corners who had a hard time covering Julio Jones. That's why he's probably going to end up in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So Ladarius Gunter was overmatched that day. But so were the Packers as a whole.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they sure were. Yeah, and Julio Jones was unbelievable that year. But we'll stop talking about that. So the plane thing is only one half of the news Adam Schefter broke last night. That suboptimal, certainly the word there. Also suboptimal, Josh Jacobs being described as a true game-time decision due to both illness and a calf. What do we know on the Josh Jacobs front?
Yeah, so I talked to Josh Jacobs in the middle of the week, and I know he still was kind of trying to work his way back to getting his strength back. He was pretty exhausted while he was playing through that game with the illness. But the calf part of the equation showed up on the injury report Friday, and he'd been a limited participant in Wednesday and Thursday's practice. And then he was described as a full participant in Friday's practice, but then the calf was added. And sort of like Nate Hobbs, who was also added to the injury report as questionable with his knee, which we don't know if he hurt his knee in practice on Friday or if it's a recurrence of the existing issue that dates back to training camp. And then to top everything off, not only do you have that report from Adam, and I think the NFL Network guys had it too, but on top of that, Keyshawn Nixon was added to the injury report with an illness, and he's questionable. Now, as I was trying to tell people last night, not all questionables are created equal, and if we had the probable designation like I constantly complain about, which is a total sports writer nerd thing to do, I really wish we had probable, but I just think, especially in today's NFL where wagering is so prevalent, I do think that that's important. But that's another discussion for another day. If Josh Jacobs can't go, I think one of the most underrated players on this team is Emmanuel Wilson.
Great.
I think he has shown time and time again that he is a good player. He's not Josh Jacobs. Josh Jacobs has had 300 and some yards of total offense in the last 2 weeks. Like he is the engine that makes their offense go. But I do think that they have a guy in Emmanuel Wilson who can, hold down the fort if for some reason Jacobs can't go. I am just, and this is just me, I am a worrier by nature. You guys know that. You've known me for long enough to know that. Any time I see calf, I worry about Achilles. Going all the way back to Kevin Durant once upon a time, having a calf injury, and then it becomes a ruptured Achilles, and you're out for a year. So I in the words of the great American orator Mike McCarthy, I would recommend that they play the high side of caution when it comes to this. That's just me. We'll see if he's actually good to go 90 minutes before kickoff, which will be during Green Bay game day around 1:55 p.m. Central Time.
And Jason Wilde will be with us at that time during the Jason Wilde Hour from 1 to 2 coming up on Green Bay game day, which starts right after Sunday Karma at noon. You won't even notice a difference. I'll still be here. Jason Wilde with us here on Sunday Karma. You mentioned you were talking to people last night. Who were you talking to?
I wasn't talking to them. I was texting them. There's a difference.
Okay.
I think it's always important to say that, too. I mean, people, I talked to so-and-so. Really? What did he say? Well, he texted me.
I didn't know if you were at like one of your girls' million sporting events and you were talking to the other dads because they were trying to get the inside scoop from me or something.
No, I definitely, I mean, I was at a sporting event. Sydney had a volleyball tournament yesterday, but no, I wasn't talking to other dads. There's a couple dads that I get along with, but most of them I just want them to leave me the hell alone so I can take pictures and be on my own.
Wow.
Jason's getting a little spunky.
Big timing, guys. Just leave me alone.
No, it's not big timing. Like
I'm here to watch my daughter.
There's guys that like it's like there's some dads, and I'm not saying that my dad was one of them, but he might have been. That they're like not even all that interested in the game. Like I'm not here to chit chat. You want to talk between matches or between games? Sure, let's do it. But not during the game, man. I'm trying to watch here.
Jason, quick, while you're saying that, because, since we're going there, I know some folks who have kids who play like, baseball or softball. What's your thought about folks going to their kids' event and opening up a little beverage while their kids are playing sports?
Oh, there's plenty of. I've encountered that a lot. Now, again, I'm definitely not going to judge those folks. I don't drink, so I'm just not qualified to speak to when you should or shouldn't have an adult beverage. Mm-hmm. I will say, if this is the one opinion I will share, if you are going to your child's sporting event and you and the other moms and dads and aunts and uncles and whoever else are putting an adult beverage in a non-adult beverage container, if you're like, pouring your White Claw into a bubbler can or something, and you're trying to hide the fact that that's what you're, drinking, that's a tell, right? Like, that's basically admitting, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, so I'm going to be, duplicitous about it. And I've certainly come across a few parents that do that. So that's their game. That's not mine. Again, I really enjoy taking pictures. No one will accuse me of being a professional at that, but occasionally I get a good one. And it also means that I'm not really available to talk to anybody during the games, matches, etc.
Well, that was a fun derailment. I enjoyed that conversation. We will talk Jordan Love and take a look at the guys who have already been ruled out for the Packers as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Now, is this a 1:25 or a 2:25 local kickoff time in Arizona today?
Oh, great question. I believe they're currently on Mountain Time.
So it's 2:25.
So locally,
1, I think. Sure.
Yes.
No, that's Pacific. Pacific would be 1:25 because it's 3:25 local.
1:25.
Oh.
Yeah. But again, this.
Well, I guess we could just Google what time is it in Phoenix, or they play where? Glendale?
Because I thought do they fall
what
back?
Time
I guess they're on.
So they don't.
Glendale, Arizona.
So they don't change their clocks
Oh, we're wrong.
Daylight savings.
So they are Mountain Time, but it's 8:49 there right now. It's 10:49 here. So they are. I am confused. So
no. This is exactly why they and Indianapolis are obnoxious.
Well said.
Because they don't change when the clocks change. So right now they should be. If it's telling you that right now
it says 8:49 a.m. MST.
Yeah, what's crazy is
the clock set. No, we're still on daylight time right now. Is that the AI answer that you just got?
No, I'm on. It's a website called time.is.
No,
time is.
Wait a minute, because technically, I believe when we fall back, right? Because we fall back, but they don't move, and so that would then
correct.
make us but
we haven't fallen back yet.
That would make us an hour ahead of them.
Correct.
Right, but we haven't fallen back yet.
I know.
So
right
2
now,
hours
so
back.
we should be 2 hours ahead of them now, and then when we fall back, we'll be an hour ahead.
But how is that
your
Mountain
website
Time?
is wrong.
But how is that Mountain Time?
Jason,
it's not wrong. I promise it's not wrong. Why would it lie to me? I'm looking at all their other websites now.
Maybe they're
timeandtemperature.com.
They're considered Mountain Standard Time, but with a caveat, just like Indianapolis is considered Eastern Time Zone with a caveat.
I am confused.
And you know what's crazy? I think Arizona, not everybody is in the same time zone. I think in Arizona, I might be wrong.
Might be wrong. It's a 1:25 kickoff Mountain Standard Time, but that is not the standard Mountain Time.
Got it, Stroh.
I hate time zones.
Got it.
They're dumb. We should get rid of them. All right, more Jason Wilde next.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
First off, there is not one team that's on the fringe that scares me.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Bucks basketball is back and it's time to play. There's nothing like the energy inside Fiserv Forum. The roar of the crowd, the freakish slam dunks, the buzzer-beating threes. Catch the home opener Wednesday, October 22nd against Washington. Then don't miss New York on Tuesday, October 28th, and Golden State on Thursday, October 30th. With new additions to the squad like Miles Turner, this season is set to be electric. Get in on the action with the ticket plan that works for you. Don't miss a moment of the excitement. Get your seats now at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
When it comes to joint replacement, you want the best care available. The Orthopedic Surgery Center in Pewaukee is a leader in joint replacement, offering same-day surgery with advanced technology. Their team of experts specializes in knee, hip, and shoulder replacements, using the latest techniques to minimize pain and recovery time. By choosing them, you're choosing a center focused on providing specialized care tailored to your needs. The team at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin can get you back to what matters, living pain-free.
And their prices are more affordable than urgent care or the ER. And they'll send a full report to your primary care doctor. Why wait at the ER? Walk in to Ortho ASAP for faster, more affordable care.
Total joint replacement. There is a difference. Visit orthowisconsin.com. That's orthowisconsin.com.
Want your brand to turn heads and win hearts?
Captivate Exhibits can bring your brand to life by transforming lobbies, creating history walls, and beautifying facilities.
For over 32 years, Captivate has been the MVP of trade show exhibits and workplace design and fabrication. Let Captivate craft immersive branded environments that tell your story boldly, beautifully, and with purpose at events and around the office.
Score big by making your next event or your own space unforgettable. Create something legendary by getting started today at CaptivateExhibits.com.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Hi, everyone. This is Stephen Bauer, CEO of the Guest House of Milwaukee. For decades, Guest House of Milwaukee has been here for our neighbors, providing shelter, housing, and the support needed to break the cycle of homelessness. We're not just offering a bed for the night. We're helping people rebuild their lives through case management, housing navigation, mental health, and addiction counseling. You can help us make a difference. Learn more at guesthouseofmilwaukee.org, and together we can ensure everyone has a place to call home.
Jen Latta here from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Fall in Wisconsin means football season, crisp evenings, apple orchards, and pumpkin patches. But it is also one of the best times to sell your home. With serious buyers looking and fewer homes on the market, you could score a deal before winter hits with the We Sell Group. Don't delay until chaos hits in the spring. The We Sell Group is ready to give your home a home field advantage so it gets sold this fall. The We Sell Group, helping Wisconsinites score big in their next chapter. Get started with Rob and Nick at WeSell.kw.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into the Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2 right here on 94.5 ESPN.
You're listening to ESPN Milwaukee on 94.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
You don't know this song? This is a classic.
Well, when I heard the car, I thought it was going to be Mick Foley.
Jason, were you a WWE fan?
I was back in the WWF era.
Yeah.
Randy Macho Man Savage.
I'm the Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, I used to love it.
Hulk Hogan before he became a villain, and some of the other things that occurred later in his life. Yeah, that was kind of my era.
Right.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Yeah, I met Hacksaw at Stadium View in Green Bay.
Man.
It was like a local. I don't think the local organization exists anymore, but Hacksaw did an appearance back in 2017, 2018.
So neither of you know this?
It was just spoiled. It was just spoiled for me by Jake Kokorowski, our buddy from Badger Observer. Razor Ramon.
Me, the bad guy with the toothpick. Either he passed away recently or he wasn't doing well. Razor Ramon?
I think he's still alive, isn't he? Scott Hall?
I'm more of a Coco Beware guy.
Oh, no, he did pass away, 2022. All right, anyway. Jason Wilde with us here on Sunday Karma. Go ahead.
I would just like to share that I did attend one WWF at the time card. It was at State Fair Park.
Wow.
I think it was during the State Fair, and I think Coco Beware was the biggest star that was in that on that card that day at the racetrack. So I've done my part.
Was that in the 80s?
It feels like it would have been late 80s, early 90s.
Because post 95, I think I went to almost from like a 5-year span. My parents took me and my cousins and my brother at every WWF event in Milwaukee.
Wow.
Even to get like
they're
signings.
at the Rest Center up here all the time.
Yeah, once or twice a year, Monday Night Raw makes a stop in Green Bay. And usually SmackDown comes to Milwaukee for whatever reason. But anyway, all right, let's get back to the Packers. Jason, we were talking off during the commercial break a little bit about an interaction you guys had with Jeff Hafley this week. It seems the Packers defense, I don't know if they run out of gas or run out of steam at the end of games, but they have consistently let teams back into the fold at the end of games this season as they get ready for the Arizona Cardinals and a backup quarterback in Jacoby Brissett. What did Jeff Hafley say this week that got your ear, and how do you expect them to maybe change their ways and close out a game here this week against the Arizona Cardinals?
Yeah, I mean they're struggling for answers too, and Jeff Hafley's argument in part was, look, all these games are different, right? And he's right. Like, and it always pains me to say Homer was right about something, but in those first two games against Detroit and Washington, Homer basically declared that the final scores were not what the final scores were. Right? The Detroit game before that, Isaac Tesla
what a
touchdown.
Catch that was.
It was a great catch, no doubt about it. But he didn't count that because it was garbage time. So that would have made that game, 27-6 or something like that?
Yep.
And then the Washington game, they had the touchdown and the 2-point conversion late. So that game was really more 27-10. But those are 2 fourth-quarter scores that do count on the stat sheets. We know what happened in Cleveland, right? I mean, they were up 10-0 for much of the game. They have not allowed a first-quarter point this year. They're the best in the league in the first quarter, second best in the league in the second quarter, and they're top 5 in the third quarter. So those 3 quarters, they're fantastic. Unfortunately, the fourth quarter and overtime, they've given up 63 of their 102 points. And, LaFleur and Hasley got together this week, and they were, kind of brainstorming on what they thought might be the issues. They think maybe they're not rotating guys enough. There was obviously last week, I think we can point to the fact that the Bengals went on like a 10.5-minute drive to open the third quarter, which was ridiculous. Because if you don't get a stop on third down and those drives continue on, and then you give up another one, like that can wear down a defense. But the bottom line is you want to have a strong finishing kick. LaFleur went so far as to question whether they're doing enough from a conditioning perspective, and even ask if the guys worked out enough during their bye week. So they acknowledge that it's an issue, and they're not just sweeping it under the rug. The problem is, it's like I always like to joke, whenever Matt LaFleur says, "That's a great question, Jason," it's usually because he doesn't know the answer. It's not because it's a great question. So this is definitely an issue. They definitely have some thoughts, but we'll see what happens today against Jacoby Brissett and a Cardinals team that, look, they lost their stud running back, James Conner, at the beginning of the year for the season. But obviously playing with a backup quarterback, although one of the better ones that we have in football right now, I think Jacoby Brissett has shown that he can be successful. He's done it in a myriad of places when he's filled in. He's kind of their Malik Willis. But at the same time, like this, I said this to you, I think, on Weekly Wilde. If you're the team that you think you are, you go and you take care of business. Whether your flight was delayed, whether your running back might not be 100% or might not even play, these are the kinds of games that a team that's as good as they believe they are gets the job done. It may not be pretty, but they walk out of Arizona with a win, and they get ready for the Aaron Rodgers Bowl next week.
I'm pretty fired up about next week. I think we're going to only talk about Aaron Rodgers on Weekly Wilde next week.
So I don't do this very often, and I always make sure that when I talk to guys, I'm like, look, I promise you, I know you don't want to look like you're looking ahead to a next week's game. So I promise you, even though we're talking about it now, I will not write about it until Monday or Tuesday.
But I will talk about it on Sunday Karma prior to a different game. Continue.
Well, no, I'm not going to say who I talked to, but but I talked to a bunch of guys about him, and there's only a handful of guys that actually played with him left in Green Bay. But I think there's first of all, I think it's vastly different. I mean, I was obviously there, and it was back when I was traveling for all the games. I mean, I still go to Minnesota and Chicago, but the fever pitch that there was for the Favre week. First in Minnesota, and then when he came back to Lambeau. Like Mike McCarthy and Tausch and Aaron Rodgers, all the guys that were around in 2009 will tell you they completely botched that. Like they were so intent on beating Favre that it messed them up. And I don't sense that same vibe. Like I didn't ask, I could tell you Jordan Love's not among the people I talk to because he'll have plenty of opportunity to talk about him next week. But I think there's mostly just a respect. One of the guys that I talked to said it's an honor just to be on the field with that guy anytime you get to do that. So I don't think they're going to be intimidated. I don't think they're going to be all, thinking about the good times that they had together and reminiscing. Sure. I think it's just a cool little thing in the middle of the season that they get to play one of the GOATs.
Well, I feel differently, but I like that approach from the football team. I guess we'll leave it at that, and obviously we'll talk.
Which is what's more important. You don't want them. Well, wait a minute. How do you feel? Like you're excited to. You want the team to really beat them handily?
No,
or what are you feeling?
I guess I don't really care about the result. Obviously, I always want them to win, but I'm just excited to see Aaron Rodgers play the Packers. It's cool, right? And I don't know if I'm in the majority, if I'm in the minority, and I'm sure this is something we'll talk about all week with our fans across ESPN Wisconsin, but I'm rooting for Rodgers. I want to see him succeed.
Not next week.
Not next week. But in the other 16 games this season, I would love to see Aaron Rodgers win a 5th MVP, hypothetically.
Okay.
Packers Steelers in the Super Bowl in Santa Clara?
I wouldn't go that far. But I would.
I'm just trying to figure out where you're at.
I would be okay with him losing in the AFC Championship game per se.
Nah.
I believe this to be Aaron Rodgers' final season. I believe that.
He played well Thursday night.
So I would love to see him go out still having it. I don't want to see him flame out. I don't want to see him burn out or crash out, right? I want to see him be a competent quarterback still in the NFL in his final season, what I believe to be his final season, which so far so good.
I agree.
I don't know. I'm just excited to see him play the Packers because it's weird, right? It was a guy of debatably probably the longest running athlete in terms of I cheered for him the longest and the most consistently. So it's a little bittersweet, but I'm excited for next week on Sunday night.
Him and Triple H or whoever's
John Cena, my favorite WWE wrestler of all time, and he's in the final year of his career. So my heroes are going out together, and John Cena and Aaron Rodgers. All right, Jason, I'll talk to you in an hour and about 56 minutes. Thanks, buddy.
As one of your heroes, I can say that I'm not going anywhere.
That's good to hear. It's good to hear. Thanks, Jason. Take care. Be good.
All right, guys. Take care. Be good.
The great Jason Wilde. He will join us again in the 1 o'clock hour of Green Bay Game Day alongside Gabe Neitzel, Brian Bulaga, John Anderson, and myself. Green Bay Game Day, we'll really lock in on Packers Cardinals beginning at noon here on ESPN Wisconsin. I want to get back to the Brewers. I want to get to the Badgers at some point in the 11 o'clock hour. We've got plenty more to get to in our final hour of Sunday Karma. Kyle Wallace, Alex Strofe, hanging out with you this morning on Sunday Karma. We'll talk Brewers again. If you have any thoughts on the Brewers season ending, I do want to hear from you here. 800-990-3776 is the Cardinals talk and text line after Shohei Ohtani takes over a game in Game 4 of the NLCS. And we will recap what was in the Brewers 2025 season. Coming up next, Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Neck and back surgeries can be risky. Your spine deserves the best. That's why professional athletes choose Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. We can help you too. With the top nationally rated spine surgeons in the state for quality outcomes, you can trust the professionals at Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Get a second opinion in just a few clicks. Now offered virtually throughout Wisconsin. Visit nscwi.com. Whether you want to get back into the game or just get back to life, go where the pros go. Neurospine Center of Wisconsin. Your spine health is our passion.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to skills trainer Clint Parks. Find Here District now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
I've been to my fair share of green and gold games, and the best way to get there is with AccuTrans Group. At Good Karma Brands and ESPN Milwaukee, we use AccuTrans Group to get our partners to and from Green Bay, and it's always first class. From stadiums to concerts and tailgates, your game day fun starts the moment you step on board. Sit back, relax, and let their professional chauffeurs handle the traffic while you enjoy the ride. AccuTrans Group is Milwaukee's premier ground transportation, available 24/7 with sedans, SUVs, limos, vans, and buses. Book today at AccuTransGroup.com.
Now's the time to plan your total experience getaway to the Island Resort and Casino. With over 450 hotel rooms and a luxurious spa, relax in style before diving into non-stop casino action. Watch your favorite teams on the big screens and enjoy great food and drinks at T McSee Sports Bar, or savor top-tier dining at Horizon Steakhouse. Then amp up your night with live music and comedy. Head to where the big game, big wins, and big fun come together. The Island Resort and Casino.
Hey, this is Gabe Neitzel. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Oh, you didn't know?
Your ass better call somebody.
Very good. Very good. He's still working for the company.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Currently one of the top producers in WWE.
Road Dogg or Billy Gunn?
Road Dogg.
Road Dogg, Jesse James.
Indeed.
So he's a producer now, huh?
Yeah, one of their top ones.
Wow.
He gets all the big matches.
What does that mean?
So every match in WWE has a producer assigned to it. So they kind of, they come up with the big spots, if you will. You're really allowing me to nerd out this morning. If you need me to stop, let me know.
No. Because here's the thing about WWF, WWE, is that growing up as a kid, I didn't want to believe that it was fake. Right, and I feel like they've now gone into the thing that people understand.
I don't like the word fake.
It's scripted.
Yeah.
The
outcomes are predetermined.
Sure, it's fake.
But these are still athletes.
As a kid, I didn't realize it was predetermined. Like the outcomes were predetermined. I thought these guys were I thought this was a show. Like for real. Like this is like, oh my gosh. And I never forget when I was at Bayshore Mall before they did all the construction. And I was in a card shop. There was a card shop. My brother used to love Magic cards. And before the Monday Night Raw show that was coming on in a couple days, the guy knew, one of the guys at the Magic card shop, one of his friends was there, and he knew like a writer. And he said, yeah, this is what's going to happen on the upcoming Monday Night Raw. Me and my brother were like, oh my gosh. Like he knows what's going to happen. Like because again, we think it's real.
Right.
We still think it's real. And so it happened, and it kind of ruined it for me. And I still watched after that, but once I turned about 10, 11, I stopped.
Yeah, so I think most of us as kids probably watched it in some capacity, and that's obviously when I watched it. I got out of it for a few years, and then I got back in when I got to college. I don't know what it was, but I got sucked back in. I don't watch as consistently anymore, but I still pay attention. I'll still watch like the WrestleManias and the Royal Rumbles.
My brother is slowly getting back into it. It lost me. I mean, I feel like I'm behind. I'm trying to figure out how The Rock has retired 4 times.
I still think him and Cena are going to go toe-to-toe before Cena is done here.
Yeah, Cena's now a villain again?
No, he's a good guy again.
So he was a villain, good guy, because he
turned back.
So he turned heel like 6 months ago. Now he
turned heel right before WrestleMania, yeah.
And now he's back to being a good guy.
Correct.
And he turned heel against Cody Rhodes.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, see, I see the highlights.
Yep.
I see Cody Rhodes, who's the son of
Dusty Rhodes.
Yep. Who was Goldust?
No, Goldust is his brother.
His brother.
Who is still wrestling somewhere. He's not in WWE anymore.
Wow. Goldust is Cody's brother?
Yes.
Oh, that's an age gap. That's a Pat Murphy age gap right there.
Yeah, actually, that's
an age, because let me tell you, Goldust was Goldust back in the 90s, and Cody Rhodes didn't pop up until the 2000-somethings.
Their age difference is, Google AI is working, 16 years.
16, that's a big gap.
Cody is 40. Goldust is Dustin Rhodes. He is 56.
Yeah, that's 2 worlds apart.
Huh. There you go. All right. So Brewers lose. Unfortunate ending to the season as they fall to the Los Angeles Dodgers in 4 games. It's a clean sweep, by the way. Not even a gentleman's sweep, just a clean sweep. And people are really bothered by this L flag that the Brewers flew after beating the Cubs in the NLDS. This person chimes in on YouTube. I don't know how to say your name, so I'm not even going to attempt it. If, say, you're a Brewers fan and are appreciative of the win, then waving an L flag is very petty and tasteless behavior. Don't you agree? Very contradicting. Yeah, it's petty. Of course it's petty. It's what rivalries are about. Rivalries are petty.
Dude, Cubs fans, shut up. Because you know what I saw? I saw y'all come up here. Y'all talk about the fact that, AmFam Field is Wrigley North. I saw them Wrigley North flags at AmFam Field. Matter of fact, I know y'all done brought that damn W to AmFam Field too, but I don't see y'all talking about petty. Had y'all won the damn game, y'all would have been flying the Wrigley North flag everywhere, and the Cubs probably would have had a flag that said Wrigley North. It's sports. Chill. Yes, obviously we get annoyed when our team loses, so we're a little irritable when we see things like that. But at the end of the day, y'all need to chill out because you know dang well y'all would have been having that Wrigley North flag. Oh, Wrigley North had y'all won that series. So I don't know why they acting holier than thou. We're sports fanatics. We do stuff to get other people's skin. It's okay. It's not real life. It's fun. I don't understand. These Cubs fans need to chill with the L. And if you're a Brewers fan, you think about the L. Don't worry about that. Enjoy it. Really, enjoy it. Have fun with it. We don't get to have fun like that as Brewers fans. So have fun with the fact that we get the little brother, the Chicago Cubs. Because let's be honest, the Brewers came in 1970. Well, I guess they were in the AL, and so we switched to the NL in like the early 90s. The Brewers were getting little bro by the Chicago Cubs for a very long time. So now that the roles are reversed, let's bask in that as Milwaukee Brewers fans instead of sit here worried about, we're petty and was it bad luck? I don't care what it was. It was fun. It was enjoyable, and I loved it.
It was enjoyable, and I loved it. Spoken like a true fan. Kyle Wallace, Alex Strope with you here on Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin. All right, we've got a serious problem in Madison. Serious problem. Ohio State 34, Wisconsin 0 yesterday at Camp Brennan Stadium. The most enjoyable viewing of that game was the new trend taking college football by storm of men waving their shirts in the air. That was the best part of the game. We will try to, I don't know if fix is even the right word. We will try to diagnose the problem in Madison. I don't think we're going to be able to fix it.
What you mean diagnose? It's easy. Your coach is lost, and you can't develop players.
Would you save it for the next segment?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
It's okay. Thank you for apologizing.
Hey, watch your tone, first and foremost. Wait a minute now. Well, don't raise your voice at me on Sunday.
Badgers Talk next, Sunday Karma.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. While we may be in the desert, don't think that's going to stop us from finding pay dirt.
It's second down 7, and Jacobs, look it, right down the middle. Touchdown for the second time today. Josh Jacobs, a Green Bay rushing touchdown.
The Packers are headed to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Keep up with all your green and gold coverage right here. 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
The dance of sunlight on water.
Shimmering, sparkling, beautiful, hypnotic.
Houses that overlook a gorgeous body of water are the most highly desired houses in the world.
The Bellamare collection of fine jewelry features classic white diamonds, flanked and surrounded by rare and exotic blue diamonds.
Bellamare means beautiful water.
Bellamare, sunlight on water, glimmering and twinkling.
The dance is enticing.
The look is spectacular.
The impact is exciting.
Blue and white diamonds created in the heart of Mother Nature
will dance and sing on the body of a glittering, sparkling woman.
Bellamare. This blue and white beauty of sunlight on water
should be worn on the fingers,
the wrist,
the neck, and the ears
of the woman you love.
The Bellamare collection is available only at Kessler's.
We do diamonds better because diamonds are what we do.
For the location of the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Bucks basketball is back, and it's time to play. There's nothing like the energy inside Fiserv Forum. The roar of the crowd, the freakish slam dunks, the buzzer-beating threes. Catch the home opener Wednesday, October 22nd against Washington. Then don't miss New York on Tuesday, October 28th, and Golden State on Thursday, October 30th. With new additions to the squad like Miles Turner, this season is set to be electric. Get in on the action with the ticket plan that works for you. Don't miss a moment of the excitement. Get your seats now at bucks.com/tickets. That's bucks.com/tickets.
From the baseball playoffs to regular season football, Prize Picks is the best way to win cash watching our favorite teams. Which players are going off? Which ones are overhyped? Well, make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on at least 2 player stats. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks now offers stacks, meaning you can pick the same player up to 3 times in the same lineup. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Join millions of users. Sign up for America's #1 fantasy sports app. Download the Prize Picks app today and use that code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? they'll take care of it. Dented bumper, scratch paint, Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco, Fisco, Fisco.
Milwaukee, it's officially time for October baseball. The energy is electric, the city is buzzing, and there's no better way to celebrate than with Carbless. Carbless is the ready-to-drink cocktail that keeps fans cheering. No sugar, full of flavor, and always refreshingly delicious. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, celebrating downtown, or gathering with friends at home, Carbless is your go-to for every big hit, every clutch play, and every Brewers moment. So crack open a Carbless, raise it high, and toast to October baseball in Milwaukee, because nothing goes better with the big stage in baseball than finding your bliss. Visit drinkcarbless.com and see where Carbless is located nearest to you.
We don't just cover the green and gold. We cover the green and gold. Your home for Green Bay football talk on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I got the looks that drives the girls, while I got the moves that really move them.
Oh, boy.
I said, shit, I've been down that spot. I'm just a sexy boy, sexy boy.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Boy.
Favorite wrestler of all time.
Greatest wrestler of all time, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, the Sweet Chin Music. Boy, I'm telling you, I used to be stomping on the ground.
Yeah.
Sweet Chin, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, brings us in this break.
I made arts and crafts that may still be on my parents' refrigerator from like elementary school, from the Heartbreak Kid, HBK.
It's the WWE Music Edition. Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin. Alex Stroff, Kyle Wallace with you this morning. Not so sexy is the state of the Wisconsin Badgers football team. A 34-0 loss to number 1 Ohio State yesterday at Camp Randall Stadium. I remember, so I hosted Wisconsin College Game Day on ESPN Wisconsin for several years during my time at ESPN Madison, which you can hear us on right now. And I remember even just a few years ago, me and Brad Nortman and our co-host on KBN, we actually still had faith that in games like this, the Badgers would show up and win. And obviously they haven't over the last 5 or so years. But even in 22, 23, there was faith that the Badgers could come through and win these games.
They were actually competitive. They lost to Ohio State, I think, in 2023, 24-10, but it was close.
Yeah, it was close.
At halftime, I think they were down by 3 or something like that.
And I think going into yesterday's game, there was no faith. I don't think anybody looked at that game and went, oh, yeah, Badgers got a chance. Oh, yeah, Badgers going to win. They could upset them. A couple things go their way, they could win. I don't think anybody had that expectation. I think the expectation was, well, I sure hope they scored a touchdown.
Yeah, no, it was it. That was it. That was it.
And obviously they didn't in a 34-0 loss. Nothing's good about this Badgers team. The best thing about that game yesterday was a fake punt.
Shout out to Sean West, kid from Mequon, Wisconsin.
The backup punter.
Yeah, why did he come in? What happened to the...
I don't know.
Because, I didn't...
Frankly, Kyle, they might just be trying stuff.
They might be. The fact that kid had the guts to fake punt, because obviously his coach doesn't have the guts. You know why? Why?
Why is that?
It's because the simple fact that when 5 minutes left in a game, you get to football, your team's down 34-0, and what do? You run. You're milking the Badgers weren't even trying to score a point. They were trying to get up out of there. That is embarrassing. I mean, we're trying to get up out of there like you're playing pee-wee football, and the other team is so good and so big, they keep popping you and hurting your guys that you're trying to run out the clock. The last 5 minutes of the game, the Badgers weren't trying to get that goose egg off the scoreboard. The Badgers were sitting there trying to get off the field and end the football game. It was a disgrace. They should have been airing that thing out to try to get in the end zone, but instead they were running out the clock. Run after run after run after run, and it was extremely embarrassing embarrassing, and that is the state of this football program, where instead of you trying to have a little sense of some type of pride and saying, we ain't going to get shut out at home, they ran the damn ball to end the game the last 5 minutes of that football game. That is embarrassing. Embarrassing, Strofe. He wasn't trying to score. He was trying to keep the clock ticking. That's when you know you suck. Luke Fickell is lost. His Badgers program is lost, and ain't no saving it. It will take millions and millions. As a matter of fact, $20 million next year into the football program probably won't save it, because who going to trust that program to develop him? He has developed nobody.
Oh, well, hold on a minute.
Nobody.
Hold on. You're getting ahead of yourself.
How, getting ahead of myself?
Luke Fickell won't be employed next year.
Well, according to reports, it's not. Well, he has some job security for the rest of this year.
Yeah, he'll be here through this year. At the end of the season, he'll get fired.
I hope.
I don't think you need to hope. I think that's the case. You cannot allow this to continue. It was an experiment gone wrong.
It shouldn't have been an experiment.
It should have been. I mean, I think if you go back in time to the fall of 2022, in November when they hired Luke Fickell away from Cincinnati, I think you take that swing 10 times out of 10.
But that shouldn't be an experiment. These other teams aren't experimenting when they're hiring a coach. An experiment should be getting a guy who's maybe a little unconventional.
Calm
or
down.
A guy. I mean, no. You got a guy that was one of the top coaches, hot prospects. That wasn't an experiment. That was supposed to be a home run hit.
But it was correct.
Home runs aren't experiments, man.
Yeah, but again, it's being called an experiment because it's gone wrong.
No, it turned out to be a bad hire. You know what makes me the most mad is on Saturday yesterday, we had a little college football day where I went to somebody else's house and we watched college football with couples, and watching like teams like Vanderbilt freaking upsetting LSU for the first time in all these years. I got to see Indiana just beat the hell out of Michigan State. I'm just thinking, all these teams, we can't beat these teams. Like Minnesota destroyed Nebraska. They destroyed Nebraska, who was ranked for some reason. But when we play Minnesota, they may rout us too. Illinois, like why can't we be that? Northwestern has won 4 or 5 games. Like how can't we beat them? I'm not asking for us to win the national championship. I'm asking for us to be competitive, Strofe. We're not even competitive. Penn State played Iowa yesterday. It was a 25-24 game. But we get destroyed by all of these teams. And Penn State fired James Franklin.
I can't tell if you're upset or not. What? The screaming doesn't.
I'm upset. What do you mean? I'm disappointed. I'm not, again. It's
Kyle, slow down. I was making a joke. Relax. Take a breath. Take a breath. My goodness. I agree with you though. It's incredibly frustrating. They're not competitive. They're not. They're not even close to competitive. It's a slap in the face to the word competitive.
Why can't Virginia? Virginia's competitive. They're a smart school. I know they ain't putting millions and millions of dollars into this.
No.
And Virginia somehow find a way.
So here's my solution. Hire James Franklin. That's my solution.
James Franklin had me excited. You know why?
Why's that?
When he got up there and said, hey, the mission hasn't changed.
I'm going to win a championship of somewhere else. Yeah.
Listen.
So
that's the type of
I'm a little bit confused by the optics of that whole thing. So James Franklin joined College Game Day in Athens yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I thought he said all the right things the 10 minutes he was on. And I give him credit for showing up and showing his face, 5-6 days after being fired?
Yeah.
It was certainly an attempt to maintain his image because he is a good football coach. I think if he proved anything in his 11 years at Penn State, he's a good football coach.
Good football
couldn't
coach,
win the big game.
Man.
Couldn't win the big game.
Oh, he couldn't. I mean, he got to a college football semifinal. So
correct. He was one of the Final Four teams alive, right? So to be fired mid-season, I thought was quite a statement by Penn State on what the standard is. The standard is you have to win a national championship or your ass is grass.
Which they haven't won a national championship in decades.
That is obviously not the standard at Wisconsin. And the longer you allow Luke Fickell to be the head coach, that's me saying if you allow him to be the head coach next season, the standard is there is no standard if that's the case. So that is why I think there will be a direction change after the season.
Oh, if he doesn't get fired, then if he sucks again next year, Mac has to get fired too. Like, you hitch yourself to that wagon. You have no choice.
Yeah, that would be a level of incompetence being shown that you need a complete direction change. Now, after the Maryland game, Chris McIntosh talked to reporters.
Yeah, he did. He brought in his group of reporters that he wanted to talk to,
and he pretty much said he's got Luke Fickell's back. I'm curious if that continues after another no-show yesterday.
I guess he told the players that Luke is safe, and then all these reports are coming out. There's some people who are trying to. I'm going to tell you this right now. There's a smear campaign. For me, when I talk about Luke Fickell and all these guys in the football program, I'm just talking about pure emotion of what I see, just like as a fan. But it seems to me some journalists around here are having a smear campaign about Luke Fickell, maybe a little bit about McIntosh, because the report came out that scouts aren't allowed at practice, right? Mm-hmm. Like that's something that came out, that became a big thing. And then also you hear reports about the fact that, about the season tickets, right? And I mean, that's open info information. You can look it up. How this is the lowest season ticket, not season ticket, but the entrance, like lowest amount of people who are attending the games that they've seen in years. Tickets for the Ohio State game, I saw a screenshot. I did not confirm myself because I wasn't looking to buy tickets, but they said Ohio State tickets were going for $10 yesterday to be able to go see Ohio State. Yeah. Like that used to be a hot ticket, Stroh.
I mean, look,
that was a moneymaker for these students.
Look, this program is in shambles. This stat from Nicole Auerbach of NBC Sports. Wisconsin just got shut out in back-to-back games for the first time since, Kyle, your best guess. When's the last time they got shut out back-to-back games?
1978.
77.
77. But you know what goes deeper is the last time they lost back-to-back home games in shutout fashion was 1968. Yeah. Brother, Dr. Martin Luther King, I think, was he just was assassinated in 1968. That's the last time this team.
50 years ago was the last time they got shut out.
Your mama might have, I don't know if she was alive or she was an infant at that time.
She was an infant.
She was in diapers.
In 1968. She was a year old.
That's how long it's been.
Yeah.
Like that, I think we got to understand that we are bottom. People talking about Don Morton. I wasn't around for Morton. But what I know one thing is when you talking about 1977, you talking about 1968, and you talking about being shut out and back-to-back, you couldn't even get a field goal. They weren't even threatening to score.
You need to bring in somebody who is an established program builder.
No, you got to bring in either a young up-and-coming coach. A young up-and-coming coach can do something, Stroh. Like what's happening right now?
Yeah, I mean,
if
you trust somebody to, I mean, number one, it can't be viewed as a stepping stone.
Northwestern is winning football games. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Their coach
Kyle,
I'm
trying to give you a solution. And Luke Fickell is clearly not the solution. So I guess you could go one of two ways with your next hire. I would make the case, do whatever it takes to get James Franklin. And
can't afford James Franklin.
So that's what I was about to get to. I just got the text from Ryan Wollersheim, the producer, Jim, Matt, and Molly on ESPN Madison. He said, why would James Franklin want to come to Wisconsin? And ultimately, the answer is money talks. But that's a guy who's clearly still motivated, wants to build a program, and isn't going to view any job, especially in the Power Four, as a stepping stone. He's going to plant his roots and attempt to win a national championship. So that's why I think the James Franklin hire would be it would be clearly a tell that that the standard is not acceptable. That's been set since the final year of Paul Chryst.
Dude, the thing is with James Franklin, if you were to bring him in, if the way he was talking yesterday, he may take a little less money to be in the Big Ten to be able to stick it to Penn State and stick it to everybody else.
There's going to be other good jobs available, right? Like Florida State, for example, that's likely a job that's going to be available. Florida will be available. I think those are obviously intriguing jobs. And Devontae Adams just caught his third touchdown of the day, by the way.
I'm not playing against him today.
Wow, good for Devontae. I don't know that Wisconsin is an appealing job at this juncture. It's hard to look at Wisconsin and go, yeah, that's a place I want to coach. So money ultimately needs to talk, and you need to take a big swing.
If you go a fence around this state again, like you can, you literally you're watching games.
The starting center of Ohio State, Wisconsin,
and then,
starting guard on Notre Dame, Wisconsin.
Yeah, the starting fullback from Michigan. Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And he had a brother that went to Michigan as well. So I'm just saying you could build a wall around the state of Wisconsin.
You need to do that again, and that's something Luke Fickell said he was going to do. Obviously,
no. Luke Fickell wasn't building no wall around Wisconsin.
Well, that's what he said he was going to do.
No, he didn't do that. He wasn't.
I know he didn't do it, but he said he was going to do that.
Sometimes you're supposed to throw offers at kids from the state of Wisconsin.
I was at that introductory press conference. I was there. I was in the room. And that is something he talked at length about. How they need to build a wall around Wisconsin, but not only Wisconsin. We need to go to the Ohio's. We need to go to the Pennsylvanias. We need to go get the top prospects. We need to continue that running back New Jersey pipeline. Like, these are things he talked about when he was introduced as the head coach, and it's been 3 years now. You can go ahead and evaluate what it is.
These are his guys.
Hasn't happened.
Yeah, but the biggest problem is, Stroh, is that they haven't been able to develop anybody. Who have they developed? Trench Kahuna came in here. We thought he was going to be so great. He did a summer camp, and the Badgers gave him an offer, and they kept him around here. He ain't turned into nothing, right? Like, and I think he's talented, but it comes down to the guys there. Daryl Peterson, DP, great. He played decently well yesterday. He ain't hit his potential. So I'm serious. Who has he developed? What can we say? Well, that's a shining star. He sure got him right.
Well, the good news is it's basketball season as the red-white scrimmage taking place right now at the Kohl Center, as well as at Fiserv Forum. The Bucks holding their annual open practice right now. So I guess we can just turn the page. Look, Luke Fickell clearly had the solution. He'll land on his feet. He'll get a job elsewhere. He wasn't
a small school.
He wasn't the answer at Wisconsin, and it's time to pull the plug on the experiment. I want to see the creativity of Sunday Karma, the audience of Sunday Karma. So he wears that vest. I did this a couple weeks ago on Twitter, and I got some just hilarious responses. I want to try it this morning on Sunday Karma. Text in or tweet in or YouTube comment in the acronym TEAM. I'm looking for wrong answers only. What does TEAM stand for? And I think it actually Together Everybody Achieves More, I believe is what it actually stands for. TEAM. Give me an acronym. What should that stand for to define the Luke Fickell era? I want to see the creativity of the Sunday Karma audience after another embarrassing loss. Another. I mean, there's been so many this year. 34-0 to Ohio State. And by the way, for those of you that are still watching, like I am, I'm putting myself through the pain. 6 p.m. kickoff at number 8 Oregon next week. It's a late night one for you at Oregon. What's that going to be? 34-0 again? It's going to be back-to-back-to-back shutout losses.
They're going to get destroyed next week.
They're going to get smoked. And it's a 6 p.m. start. Lucky for us. We get to stay up late and watch that one in Oregon. TEAM, what does it stand for? Wrong answers only. Hit us on that. 800-990-3776, 800-990-3776. Hey, got to tell you about my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in Door County. Made a little Manhattan at home last night with the bourbon from Door County Distillery. Delicious. I love their bourbon. It's bourbon season as the weather starts to get a little bit chillier outside. Couple rocks and some bourbon from Door County Distillery is my go-to on the weekends. But if bourbon's not your speed, if whiskey's not your speed, they've got you covered whatever you like, whether it's vodka, whether it's rum, gin, whiskey, brandies for your old-fashioned, including the cherry brandy from Door County Distillery infused with Door County cherries. It's available all over the state of Wisconsin, wherever you're at, Beaver Dam, Madison, Milwaukee. If you're in Beaver Dam or Milwaukee right now, the Bat Bleep bourbon, it's a little spooky. It's got a bat on the cover. Bat Bleep bourbon. Available in Beaver Dam and Milwaukee. You can check out their website, doorcountydistillery.com, to find the retailer nearest you. Wrong answers only. TEAM. What does it stand for? Tell us. Coming up next on Sunday Karma, ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Pitch by pitch, inning by inning, game by game. Watching the Crew is a 162-game journey of grit, hard work, talent, and determination. Dave Spano from Annex Wealth Management. We're with you on your journey as well. Your hard work and money deserve a partner like Annex for your investment, retirement, tax, estate planning as a fee-only fiduciary. Take the next step towards retirement you desire and begin the conversation soon. Head to annexwealth.com and click the Get Started button.
Homer here from ESPN Milwaukee. What makes living at Three Pillars so special? Let's hear from my friend Dave.
The campus is beautiful. For me, nature is my church, and I love being outside. We live by the Bark River, and it's calming. It just calms my soul. I just love it. A lot of the people, I'm talking about 100-year-old people, 90 years old, say they credit Three Pillars with living longer.
Your path to a degree should fit your life, not the other way around. At Lakeland University, you can personalize every part of your college experience. With a main campus in Sheboygan, evening classes across the state, and flexible online options, you choose how and when you learn. Just graduated high school, changing careers, juggling work and life, they've got options for you. You can even earn credit for experience you already have, or for the work you're doing now, saving time and money. Start customizing your future today at lakeland.edu/ESPN. Lakeland University. Experience it your way.
Hey everybody, this is Stephen Bauer, CEO of the Guest House of Milwaukee. You know, homelessness isn't just a number. It represents our neighbors and our community. At Guest House of Milwaukee, we've spent decades helping people find stability, housing, and hope. On Thursday, November 13th, we invite you to our gala, A Night of Hope and Dignity. It's a night to stand with those working to overcome homelessness and those who support them. Join us. Tickets are available at guesthouseofmilwaukee.org, and together we can change lives.
It's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. For me and my family, finding the perfect home is a journey. But we don't walk it alone. With the We Sell Group, Rob and Nick aren't just real estate agents, they're part of our family's team. They bring us options, perspective, and peace of mind. While they navigate the market, I can stay focused on all that life has in store. Because at the We Sell Group, it's not just about the home, it's about the people and the path it takes to get there. The We Sell Group, more than agents, part of your journey. Get started with Rob and Nick at wesell.kw.com.
At Heart of Canal Street, for over 30 years, our hearts have been set on making a difference for children in our community. Now through December 10th, we invite you to share your heart by playing the Canal Street Bingo game at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Every time you play this special bingo game, you're helping to raise funds for children's charities in southeastern Wisconsin. Learn more at potawatomi.com/heart.
Your neighbors are talking. Did you see their siding? Yikes. That drafty window? It's basically air conditioning. From nature. Don't be the scary house on the block this fall. Call Exterior Pros and Baths and get $3,000 off your roofing, siding, windows, or bath project. No tricks, just treats. That's 262-800-4274 or click your way to extpros.com. Fall in love with your home again. Trust the pros.
Green and gold fans, it's game day. And you know what that means. Tailgating with friends and raising a glass to our favorite team. This season, make Bacardi the star of your pregame party. Whether you're mixing up a classic Bacardi and cola, refreshing Bacardi lime and soda, or a smooth spiced and cola, Bacardi is the perfect pick for game day fun. Grab a bottle and get ready to cheer on Green Bay with the best in hand. Available now at your local retailer. Live passionately, drink responsibly. Bacardi USA, Miami, Florida. Rum 40% alcohol by volume.
Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
The results speak for themselves, and either you're going to jump on board or you're going to find out why they are who they are.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. More Sunday Karma coming up on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Stroff, I got a question for you.
Yeah, hit me.
What was The Rock's original name?
Oh, I know this. I'm blanking on it. It's Rocky something. Rocky Johnson, was it?
Rocky Maivia.
Maivia.
But also, man, I butchered that. What nation was he part of?
Oh,
him and D'Lo Brown. We are the nation of domination. It was the brothers with the fist in the air.
No.
Black Power. That's what it was. Man, that was a Rock turned into a incredible story.
So I tweeted this weeks ago. I was after the Maryland game. I tweeted, here it is. Team, together everyone appears miserable. I tweeted that on September 20th. TEAM, together everyone appears miserable, because that's what the Badgers have looked like for now. That was a month ago I tweeted that. And got some great responses on that. I think my favorite was terminate everybody after Maryland. When they got smoked by Maryland at Camp Randall Stadium. So, wrong answers only. What does Luke Fickell's vest stand for? TEAM. Let's go to the Cardinal Stock and text line, shall we? 800-990-3776. He is a manager. He is Bill, and he is on Sunday Karma. Bill, what does team stand for?
Hey, good morning, guys. Today equals another mess.
Yeah, you're right. It's very good, Bill.
What else can you say? Hey, also, comment on Matt Campbell coming to Wisconsin, if you would, and I'll let you go.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a guy who I think fits the mold, right? Like,
why would he?
Also a fair point.
He's comfortable.
But again, I think the answer is always going to be money talks, right? Because why would Luke Fickell leave Cincinnati?
It's different. Matt Campbell's in the Big 12
He's in the Power
right
4,
now,
right?
And Luke Fickell was not. And the Big Ten is the.
Yeah, but he made the playoffs.
He
not
did.
something he's been even close to sniffing at Wisconsin.
He would have been better off staying at Cincinnati, because now with the expanded playoff, which Cincinnati's in the top 25. Oh boy, I tell you. I mean, Cincinnati could beat the hell out of Wisconsin.
Oh yeah, they would.
Cincinnati could beat the hell out of Wisconsin.
They absolutely would. A lot of teams could though, Kyle. Let's not say a whole lot. It's not saying a whole lot. Yeah, Matt Campbell. So it sounds like Bill wants Matt Campbell. I mean, if you want to let me know who your guy is, I want James Franklin in Wisconsin. I don't think it's going to happen, but that's who I would want.
They can just get some young up-and-coming coach who can build the program.
That's what they tried.
But we need money. No.
Right, let's continue with the responses. We're running out of time. We don't need to hear you whine and complain anymore.
Okay.
He is a teacher. He's educating the youth. He's educating the youth, and he's going to educate us on what team stands for. It's Jason, and Jason is on Sunday Karma. Jason, what does team stand for?
Hey, good morning. And nobody needs to call because I got the correct answer. Okay. It goes not just for the Badgers. It goes for the Packers. It goes for the Brewers. Today, excuses are made. Boom!
Boom. Yeah, that's good, Jason. That's good. Today, excuses are made.
Jason's a Cowboys fan, too.
Got it.
He used to call into the show quite a bit.
I really like this one from Paul in the 414 on the text line. Total entropy and mayhem.
Yeah,
accurate statement.
Nothing positive I see. Nobody's positive about the bad.
And for those of you that don't know what entropy means, and for those of you, I mean me, I had to look it up.
I can context clues.
I had to look it up in the commercial break. What entropy stands for? Lack of order or predictability, gradual decline into disorder.
Boy, remember when everybody tried to say Phil Longo was the problem? Oh, I tell you, that Phil Longo offense, I tell you, I would dream for that today. Boy.
I like Phil Longo. I was a fan of his. I didn't like I didn't like when he was coaching, but I liked his.
He was a problem. Him and the offensive line coach, they were the problem. That's why they fired the offensive line coach and brought in this guy they got now for this second season. Phil Longo was the problem, Stroh, right? That's the reason why, the team couldn't score the last 2 years, and now it's Phil Longo again. Jeff Grimes not a problem.
So Phil Longo now the head coach at Sam Houston State. Here's a headline for you from yesterday. Disastrous culture problem under first-year head coach Phil Longo leaves Sam Houston State in tailspin.
Oh well, but he was a problem here, and then they're gonna say Jeff Grimes is a problem too, huh?
Probably.
And what are gonna? I mean,
Ian and East Troy. Remember when we were worried Fickle was going to leave us to go to Ohio State if they fired Ryan Day? I do remember that.
Yeah, boy, that would have been. We would have got so lucky.
That would have been good.
It would have been good. Now Ryan Day's sitting there, just stomping teams like ours.
Today, excuses are made.
Yeah, that's a good one because
no excuses here. Not on Sunday Karma.
No, we suck.
No, they stink. Yeah, they're bad. It's unfortunate. All right.
You don't seem as upset or mad about it.
I've kind of just accepted it as what it is.
Yeah.
And look, Kyle, here's the thing, right? Like, I'd be upset if it was the Packers because there are championship expectations around this team, right? And like the Brewers, for example, if they went into a tailspin, I would have been upset because there were championship expectations at one point around that team. Obviously, those expectations are over because the season is over. But with this team coming into the season, I told you I sat in that chair with Greg Scalzo there, and Craig Karmazin sitting where I'm sitting, and you back there, and we played the schedule game this summer, and I told you I don't see 6 wins on their schedule. In fact, I don't even see
6 wins.
I don't even see 4 wins on their schedule. Everybody told me I was a hater and I was wrong.
Did I tell you that?
Oh yeah, you guys told me they were gonna make a bowl game. And I said there's no way they're making a bowl game.
I said 5 games. Don't play me.
Okay, but Craig and Greg though said they were gonna make a bowl game, and I said there was no shot this team. I said there's no shot this team's making a bowl game. There's no shot. Look at that schedule. Let alone they need to be good.
I think I was hopeful.
You were, but whatever. You love rewriting history. I'm just going to allow you to do it. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about it. I was the one seeing with clear lenses on the Badgers. In fact, it's worse than I thought it would be. 34-0 yesterday. Back-to-back shutouts. Maryland kicked their ass at Camp Randall Stadium at the end of September. They're horrible. They're the worst team in the Big Ten. I didn't think they'd be that bad. I thought they'd be bad. I thought they'd be in the basement of the Big Ten. I didn't think they'd be buried underneath the basement of the Big Ten. They are the worst team in the Big Ten. So, yeah, a change is necessary, in my opinion, at the University of Wisconsin. All right. Well, okay. You're talking to my ear. Okay. Well, Kyle's going to tell us about Gruber Law Offices. Then we will get to our Palermo's picks as we wrap up Sunday Karma right after this.
Yeah, one call, that's all with Gruber Law Offices. If your loved one is ever injured in an accident, y'all know what to do. You make one call, that's all to Gruber Law Offices, and they will take care of you. And Strofe, you know what I love about Gruber Law Offices? Because I've used them before. I used them. And you know what? I never paid a single penny, not a single fee, until they won my case. I didn't say win. They won my case. So get with the winning team with Gruber Law Offices, who've been serving the community for over 30 years. All you got to do is go to gruber-law.com. That is gruber-law.com, or simply call 414-276-6666. That's one call to 414-276-6666. So always remember, it's one call, that's all, with Gruber Law Offices.
Palermo's Picks is next. Sunday Karma.
You're listening to Sunday Karma on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. The best source for every piece of NFL news you need to know.
I would just say that right now I think all options are on the table. I think that they went through that trade thing and they talked to teams, and it's not like those talks are shut down.
ESPN NFL insider Adam Schefter is on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy every Wednesday morning at 7:30. Sponsored by Island Resort and Casino, Tony Wendorf and Associates, and Smart 18 Union on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
For your fellow fanatics and your number one fans. For your game day compatriots and your everyday companions. For your personal cheerleaders and your personal heroes. For the reasons you smile, get covered with dental and vision insurance from Delta Dental of Wisconsin and Delta Vision. Learn more at deltadentalwi.com today.
The wait is over. Badger Hoops tips off this month. With new faces on the roster and highly anticipated conference battles ahead, the drive for excellence never changes. From buzzer beaters to Big Ten showdowns, Wisconsin men's basketball delivers the moments you live for at the Kohl Center. Purchase your single game tickets by visiting uwbadgers.com or by calling 1-800-GO-BADGERS. That's uwbadgers.com or 1-800-GO-BADGERS.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Game Night, so for Events by Design. Events like appreciation parties and retreats can go a long way towards boosting morale and retaining top talent. Events by Design is your go-to creative partner for employee events that truly make an impact. They help leaders retain top talent by making their people feel seen, valued, and celebrated. The creative team at Events by Design does all the planning and production, making sure things not only look great, but also work. Make a smart investment in your culture today. Search online, Events by Design. They design, you party.
Penalty flags? Not here. Carbless is the clean play that every football fan can agree on. With zero sugar, zero carbs, and just 100 calories, you get all the flavor without the penalty. Whether you're tailgating outside the stadium, hosting a crew at home, or watching solo in your lucky jersey, Carbless brings premium cocktails right into the huddle. Made to be refreshingly delicious and game day ready, Carbless keeps fans cheering from kickoff to the final whistle. So this season, skip the sugar, skip the carbs, and make the winning call. Find your bliss with Carbless.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. I reclaim my outdoor space by having Comfort Awnings install a motorized retractable awning so I can enjoy the sun and get relief when I need it. Sensors are also available that detect strong winds and rain to extend or retract your awning. They even protect against UV radiation so you can safely enjoy the outdoors. Family owned and located in Burlington, Comfort Awnings expertly installs custom awnings that fit your home and style. Right now, you can receive a free motor for your automated awning with your order. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com.
Hey, it's Alex Strofe. When it's game day, every detail matters, from the perfect seat on the couch to the perfect spread on the table. For over 125 years, Coops has been bringing incredible flavor to the table with 14 bold mustard flavors that turn good food great and great food amazing. Whether it's brats, burgers, or pretzels at halftime, Coops isn't your ordinary mustard. It's extraordinary mustard. So this football season, bring the bold, bring the flavor, bring Coops. Coops Mustard, spreading the love since 1897.
Hey, this is Tanas Antetokounmpo. Download the new ESPN Wisconsin app.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The brand new ESPN Wisconsin app. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today. It's that time.
Yes, it's finally here.
Craig makes his picks of the week.
You can bet the house on it.
Picks of the week on Sunday Karma with Craig Karmazin. Presented by Palermo's Pizza, Wisconsin's hometown pizza.
Can't wait to see what happens next.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Yeah, Palermo's Picks time right here on Sunday Karma. ESPN Wisconsin. Alex Stroff, Kyle Wallace hanging out with you. No more WWE songs. Apparently we're done. We didn't even get a John Cena pop.
John Cena came after my time, so I wasn't playing that. I did have Ric Flair lined up.
Oh, okay.
I also have, that Nature Boy. I also had Kurt Angle lined up. Angle. I'm a big fan of that song.
Okay.
Undertaker would be too sad. That song still gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Why is it sad?
It's like scary.
Yeah, more scary than sad, I would argue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's scary, not sad. It's scary. It makes me think of ghosts.
You believe in ghosts?
You know what? If they exist, I'm going to let them exist where they exist. Just stay away from me.
Hey, that made a whole lot of sense.
Do your thing. Just do your thing away from me.
Fair enough.
Ghosts obviously didn't stop the damn Dodgers from doing what they did to us.
That's true, despite the claims. All right, it's Packers and Cardinals coming up in about 3.5 hours. Actually, exactly 3.5 hours. 3:25 kickoff today. In Glendale, the plane has landed in Arizona after a 5-hour delay last night due to some engine issues. Kyle, what do you see playing out between the Cardinals and the Packers?
What I see playing out is actually a closer game than a lot of people think. The Arizona Cardinals have been extremely competitive in all their games this year. And I know. Kyler Murray not going to play probably, and Jacoby Brissett going to be the starter. So with that being said, Jacoby Brissett is still a veteran, and he's going to be able to lead his football team like he did last week. But I think the Packers defense is just too good, and I think they need to have a bounce-back game where they're able to slow down that Arizona Cardinals offense that is just mediocre. You're going to see if Josh Jacobs does play, he's going to run all over that defense. But more importantly, I think the wide receivers and Jordan Love, it seems that they are gelling, and there's a guy named Matthew Golden who is starting to emerge. He's going to get more touches today, regardless of what Matt LaFleur said. Matthew Golden is going to get more touches because golden things happens when he touches the ball. So I think the Green Bay Packers win this game. It's going to be a little closer. Probably going to win by like 7 to 10 points. But I feel good about the Green Bay Packers today going to Arizona and beating the Cardinals once again. Going to be a very friendly crowd too, Stroff. Very friendly. A lot of Packers fans.
Yeah, I would guess so. Warm climate. It's the middle of October.
I know folks who went down there.
Do you?
Yep.
Very good. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm just curious to see if this is the game where they put together all the pieces and play a complimentary 60 minutes. Arizona was the opponent for them last year. The first time we saw that was week 6 last year at Lambeau Field. I think they won.
Beat them like a drum.
I think it was like 34-13 or something. And it was. I think that was the first game we walked out of and went, okay, that's what we were looking for. And we're still looking for that from Green Bay. And I think today has a very good opportunity to end up being that game for Green Bay. We will see if Josh Jacobs goes, dealing with both a calf and an illness. He is a true game-time decision, as described by Adam Schefter. Green Bay Game Day is coming up next on these stations, as well as 620 WTMJ on YouTube, at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. I'm